welcome to One Eye Television. Today we got an amazing show. We got some amazing artists, Diana Daniels and my man Jade back to share with you all their amazing work. Could you all introduce yourselves?
I'm Diana Daniels.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Happy to be here.
Jadrez in the house.
Okay. Well, before we get into the subject matter and the things that made you all artists, I was sitting here thinking about how I'm gonna answer the questions and kind of get an insight on what made you all want to be artists.
Me first?
Yes.
Okay, so I've always wanted to draw and paint, but as a kid, but I wasn't ever really encouraged. So it was something that I just felt like I wasn't able to do, even though it was something that I had a desire to do. So I was told I wasn't all that great, wasn't good, stuff like that. So it wasn't until a grown woman, after I retired, I retired in 2011, and I needed something to do. It's hard to just sit around the house when you worked almost all your life and stuff. You need to get up, a body in motion stays in motion, so I needed to do something. So I started joining community activities, which was Sounds of Port Richmond, was a theater group. And in that theater group, there was an artist, and she had some beautiful paintings, and I kept saying, I wish I could paint. And she said to me, everybody can paint. And I'm like, no, I can't. So at the end of the tenure with Sounds of Port Richmond, she gave me a canvas and a brush and told me to go paint something. And I took it home and put it in the closet and didn't look at it. But every time I opened the closet door, I saw the canvas and the paintbrush, and I said, if I run into her again, what am I gonna say? Because she actually gave it to me and told me to go and paint. And so I said, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Michael's, get some paint, and you just gonna paint. And I've been painting ever since. I didn't like, you don't like the first things that you put down. I took some classes. I took some online classes. I read some books. One of my favorites is I'm a Pollock. I love Pollock. Matisse. Those Matisse and Pollock are basically my favorites.
Okay.
And I learned with Matisse, some of the paintings that we look at weren't actually paintings, but were actually painted colored paper that he made cutouts and paste. So I'm like, wow, you don't really always have to use a brush on the canvas. You can do cutouts. Some of the stuff is cutouts and stuff. And Pollock was, he was a drizzle drop, he was a drizzle drop. And you look at it and you think that it's a mess, but if you actually attempt to do it, you realize that it's more than that. It's the way the colors that you choose and the way the colors are laying on each other and mixing and moving and stuff. And then I came across fluid art. And I have a disease called rheumatoid arthritis, and it affects like 90% of the joints in my body. And although I love brush, I knew at some point the hand was not going to work properly for painting. You need your wrist and stuff to move. And that the fluid was a way that I could still play with color and make something beautiful even when this goes. Because I know eventually it's gonna happen, but I'm not praying for it, I'm praying that it don't. But when you have rheumatoid arthritis, it's not something that you can always count on that the joints are gonna work like they're supposed to. And that's how I got into the fluid painting.
Very interesting. Can you break it down as well?
Well, I think I was inspired by comic books and cartoons, and we had talked on the previous show about the tracer. So maybe like 3 or 4, I would trace like Charlie Brown and certain things to make like my aunt a birthday card, or like write my mother a poem or something like that. And it grew into just doodling. I would just doodle on a piece of paper, have the pen, and just draw and see what it came out to. And I never really took it any further than that until I started doing the graphic arts from photography. And that was probably the stage before I came to the studio, so I put that down to concentrate on doing the show here. And as I was looking for guests, I came across Diana, and we decided to put a show together. And at first, it was just me bringing her in to interview her, and then a bright light just came in my head, like, can you show me how to do this stuff? And it went to me bringing her in. We had our canvases, she brought the paint, and we just got busy live.
Oh, y'all painted on the set?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what these clips that we had.
Okay, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an idea for me.
Right.
Y'all didn't get
Well,
messy?
how long ago was that when we did that?
Well, we did the first show, that was 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before
And-
COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
yes.
before COVID.
And it was a crazy show, actually. I don't even know how we was able to even pull it off, because I had somebody opening the show. I think I had a performer who, he just happened to come with my aunt and uncle that day. And I gave him an introduction, and he did not want to give the mic back, and I had to get the mic back. And then we got to the nitty gritty, and it turned out so well that I learned so much that it was instilled in me to go to Michael's, go get me some palettes, go get me some paint, and go home and apply everything I just learned on TV, you know what I'm saying? And just see how far I could take it. And then from there, I just started busting out these canvases, just busting them out till now I felt like I needed Diana to come back so I could show her like my new little moves and stuff that I had.
But I had a trick for him, because I did some new moves too.
Right. And I brought it back, and that's exactly what we just said. We shocked each other, and it was just to the point like I'm her muse, so she became like my Miss Miyagi. She's like my Miss Miyagi.
Okay.
You
I don't know
what I'm
so what's the Mr.
saying? Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid.
Okay,
Like the
okay.
master
okay.
teacher.
Okay,
Master teacher.
yeah.
Right.
So you all got some short clips of it, right?
Yeah, we do. But let me get to, in between the second and the third show, we decided to start doing showcases together.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wow.
And, our first time working, we was working on separate pieces, and we was like, let's do something joint. You know what I'm saying?
So what medium y'all was using?
Acrylic paint.
Acrylic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Acrylic paint.
Just acrylic, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: when y'all pour, do y'all add water? Like, depending, because I see it on social media where I see artists pouring. Sometimes it comes out. They mix the paints, colors, and they pour. But do you add water to control the flow of it?
Okay, so you can add water, but you have to remember that water breaks down the pigment, so it actually dilutes your color. Some people use glue.
Alcohol.
Glue.
No, not to mix it, not to mix the paint. You can alcohol and
What the glue do?
it thins it out without breaking the bonds between the acrylic molecules in the paint. But what I use is what they call a pouring medium, and the pouring medium is made. The base is the exact same base as the acrylic paint, so that when you add it to it, you're not changing anything. You're just stretching your paint. You get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just stretching your paint and you're thinning it. It doesn't change the color. It doesn't, with pouring medium, doesn't change the drying time. Acrylic paint dries really fast. It's very forgiving, so it'll dry really fast for you. So it's still the same consistency, same strength. It's just thinner. What I use is I like the consistency as almost not honey, but more like canned milk, like carnation milk when you pour it from the can.
Real canned milk?
I don't use canned milk. The consistency of the paint is almost like carnation milk when you pour it out, like about like that thin.
As comparison to like juice, like if you was pouring juice.
The juice is more watery, and honey is real thick.
Oh, okay.
So it's that consistency, so that when you pour it, you can still move it on the canvas, because you do move it around to, make the colors gel and do things like that. So now with alcohol will give you fractals in your. So you can use different things to do.
Different
which is why I
things.
like it so much, that you can use different things to get different effects in your paint. So you can put you can even use Dawn, a little bit of Dawn, a little bit of Dawn mixed with water, and you can just take it and you can sprinkle it around, and you get these open spaces. Because remember, it's like Dawn. It's almost like only water don't mix, so it leaves a divot in there, so you get like these little. I'm talking too much.
No, you're doing good.
You're giving us the.
I'm agreeing on that.
You're giving us the science,
right?
Yeah.
So you gotta understand. Every artist has their own techniques and own ways and own styles. So what you're breaking down to me is something that I never thought of. Like you said, you use the Dove soap to when you.
But you gotta mix it with a little bit of water.
Water, and you
put
say
it in there.
it opens. It have those little
Yeah,
bubbles.
you'll have right.
Yeah, because I see it on. Like I said,
Right.
I see a whole lot of people that paint.
Yeah.
With like pour, and they have those holes. And,
Yes.
So you're
And
saying that the Dove gives those holes.
Not just the Dove. You could. That's the cheapest
oil,
one. You
right.
can use some. You can use cooking oil. You can
People
use
alcohol.
But alcohol gives you little fractures, and
Right.
the fractures come out like fractals. Not fractures, fractals, and it looks like tree branches, because everything in nature is fractal if you really look at it deeply. Little fractals going on. You can use WD. That's another oil. Anything like that kind of oil base, you can use that. Will create those things.
Those effects,
You can actually. Because we put it in a cup. When you see that, you'll see it's in a cup, and you don't need a lot. You just need 2 drops of the oil, and then when you pour it, you'll have those little bubbles around. I kind of liked it because I spent like 30 some odd years in the science field, looking under a microscope, looking at cells, and it also reminded me of what I was looking at in a microscope when you see those little bubbles and those little holes. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what turned me on.
So, Jod, give me one example of what you learned from her as a technique.
I learned how to mix the medium with the paint, which is very important, and to find the right consistency. I also learned how to just not be so hard on myself and seek perfection. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was just no mistakes, okay? And it also helped me with my work ethic of painting. Like, from working with her, even to this day, I could just look at a canvas and I already know what I want to put on there, how I want to put it on there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In that vicinity. So I've learned a lot from her, and I'm pretty sure it's still a lot more that I can learn from her. But even not reaching her level, it was a milestone for me, almost in the bucket list, to be able to do showcases with her and to have our works next to each other and complementing each other. You know what I'm saying? That was like one of the biggest highlights, to be able to move up there. And like I said, in between the second and third show we did, we decided to collaborate on some artwork. And I was nervous. I took a big painting, and she would ask me every day, you did something? I said, no, I just don't want to mess it up. I just don't want to touch it. And then I found this right color, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna surprise her. So the next time she asked me, I say, yeah, I finished it. I got it. It's ready for you to pick up. And when we got to the third show, it was like right off of the heels of us doing our big showcase in the gallery. So it was almost like a full circle, but a half a circle, and the moon that the cow jumped over. It was so much progress from 2019 to where we was at by the third show. It was to the point, like, if you even watch the third show, I'm like Picasso. Yeah, this is my signature here. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was, he got his own style so quick. And I was like, wow, he's got his own style. And I was still searching for me to find out what it was that I liked. But what I realized is that I like everything.
Yes.
I like everything, you know. I like the brush, I like the palette knife, I like the pour, I like everything. I just like color. I like playing on the canvas with color.
Very understandable.
It's just
So
beautiful.
by y'all describing all this, I want to see it in action. So we got a few clips that we want to explore to see them that they're at work in the
Studio.
in their raw form.
Yeah,
you
in the
know,
studio.
and I want to be able to see what it's like to see them live doing the paintings. So I want Charlie and them to show us some of this amazing work. Oh, look at this. My man,
Welcome Black. Child Judge, your host, Lip Dicini. And we got a special show today. It's a three-peat. Oh, excuse me, people. It is our three-peat. We have the illustrious Diana Daniels back in the house. Diana Daniels.
Hello.
And I guess this is all about, this is my final exam. So I gotta pass to get my university credits right now for art. So just give them a brief introduction, because I don't know if wearing hats is even the right word to say for you. Like, they say people wear many hats. I can't even say that because we way past that right there.
No. We did a show. What did we do this
We did
weekend?
2 shows.
No, what did we do this
yes.
weekend?
We did a beautiful art show, showcase, and it was actually my first showcase, first bringing Cini art out, first appearance, and I made my first sale. All right.
All right. So, he's accomplished artist.
Yes.
Says he's made his first sale.
But this is still my final right here, so let me just get to it.
Body just so, move your body, whoa, move your body just so. Wind down, girl, wine go down, girl, wind down, girl, wine go down, girl, wind up, girl, wine go up, girl. Antigua, wave your flag, Jamaica, wave your flag. The Caribbean get on bad, it was a sight to see. Rastaman a bun sensi, no police na bother we. Burn the flames and Halcyon. It was a traffic jam.
What colors you want to use right now? Okay.
My favorite colors is red, gold, and green.
Okay. So I don't have gold. This is copper, and this is yellow. Well, it's not really. This is yellow ochre, which is a little different yellow. So what do you want? Come on now.
Let me get the red.
Okay.
Let me get which one is green? This is green or this is black?
That's black. I don't have green.
How you make green? Yellow and blue. We can make green with yellow.
But yeah, you can do that.
So let's get this show on the road. I'll use red, black, and that's white.
This is white right here.
Give me red, black, and orange. I'm trying some crazy colors.
Red. Yeah, that's your red, your black, and orange. But okay, so you can play
So
on
I'll just
it.
leave that there.
Okay. So then you leave me with.
I left you with this crazy colors, right?
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use white.
We can share.
I know we can share. That's it. We're definitely gonna share. I'm gonna start with these 3 colors right here.
Okay.
Now, okay. The way I do it is like 16 18 different ways that you can actually do what I do. Okay? You can take this cup and you can put your different pigments in the cup. You know, one on top of the other, boom, boom, boom. And you can take your canvas, put it like this.
Tower beats on
flip
the
it over,
track.
put it back down, right? Okay. Give it a minute to let all the paint drop back down, and then lift it up, and then play with the paint once it's down that way. So, or
We're gonna do a couple.
we're gonna do two.
So you're gonna do that style first, and then we'll do another style after.
Okay.
Let's get that. Back to these gloves again. So the time is running out. It'll probably take me 9 minutes to get the gloves on. Get the next canvas for me.
No, I gotta put. All right, I'll get your next canvas. Here's your next canvas.
And then what's the next style that we're doing?
We're gonna do a puddle pour. It's just easier. It's a puddle pour. Don't touch mine.
She making sure I ain't messing up that piece of art right there.
It came out pretty nice. Here,
Masterpiece,
do me a
right?
favor, take that cup off here.
I had to touch it.
you.
Uh-huh.
All right. This one's gonna be quick. All right, so let's go.
So viewers, we're going to show you even a quicker version. You thought that
We're
was
gonna be
quick.
quick and
That's
then-
dry in there. Oh, I could have spelled my name out.
That's why I usually put a double D in the inside.
Tower beats on the track.
You got me?
Oh,
Huh?
learn something new.
Every day.
Let's up how to get
Every
these
day.
daggone gloves on.
Oh, you had this much paint left over.
Yeah, I did.
I used it.
For the dump.
you
Okay,
ready?
sorry folks. Yeah, I'm just about ready.
Okay, so I can start.
Yeah.
Just so I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do.
Still here with the OJ gloves.
So I think I'm going to do it this time. So this is a puddle pour. It's pretty
Okay.
easy. There you go. Just wanted to give it a little something. I didn't want it to look like a smooth line. Now it's just kind of wiggly, and it goes
Yeah,
over
because
there.
this style, the reason why we do all of this extra stuff to it is like 75 million people does this style right here. And the paintings can become redundant after a while. We all use the same colors. We all, you know what I'm saying? So you have to add your signature to it.
Yeah, add your own little thing. So I also I did the tiles.
Right.
So I took the little tiles and I painted them like that. And that's what I got with these.
Yes. And I call those the hot cakes because they go very fast. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Once again, we have the illustrious abstract
Artist.
extraordinaire artist Diana Daniels in the house, and of course your host Jadrez, the host with the most. But we're back for another exciting,
Yes.
exhilarating
Yes.
art experience that they can do at home.
Yes.
Basically, I watched the show that we did the last time. Very highly praised. In the running for at least 3 awards right now.
Wow.
Yes, but such a beautiful thing. We'll find out March 28th if we won the fully still wins.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. Me watching it, right? I'm gonna tell you what I get from it. I seen a whole lot of creativity, a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of just enjoying the moment, you know. Cause see, I'm an artist, and see me watching it. Cause see, I always wanted to use my art and talk, and just, you know, cause everybody seen Bob Ross do that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you see him growing. When I was growing up, you see him talking, and he just doing it like with ease.
Yeah.
And when I'm watching you all, that's what it is. It's like they having fun, talking, and just enjoying the moment. And that's what art does. See, art, I learned that art is a healer for me. You know, it helps me channel all my emotions, anger, loneliness, sadness. I can put it all on canvas all on whatever I'm doing, writing or whatever. And me watching y'all got that's pretty, and it makes me feel like, why y'all ain't doing no more of this? Like, you don't supposed to stop. This was the last show was what, 19?
No, that was probably what, 21?
Did we do it when we had the mass? That was during COVID. When you saw with the yellow and stuff. I mean, that was the last time
So
we
that was
did
probably
something.
like 21.
Yeah.
We did that one.
Yeah, about
first
21.
was the 19th, where you see the guy in between us and trying to get the mic for him so we
Yeah,
could start.
so we could start. Yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying this, right, is because, see, we live in an era now where there's video, social media, and you see a lot of podcasts and a lot of people that's cooking shows and all type of, but you don't see art like that. And that's why I wanted to create my show for as artists, is because in doing art, because there's many avenues of people doing all other fields, but you don't see people like doing like, they may record it and put it on social media.
Yeah,
but I'm
they
talking
do.
about a show like what we doing, like what y'all did. You don't see that, and that's where you all gotta. You know how in the ocean when you see a wave and the surfer trying to catch that wave. See, y'all got a wave and y'all you ain't even messing with it.
Well, actually, we was in
Was.
the making. Right, but the pandemic.
Pandemic.
Yeah,
the pandemic came
yes,
out.
yes,
Yeah.
you're right. The pandemic
came
slowed
out
a
and
lot.
stuff, yeah.
So I'm encouraging you all because, see, I create art and use my platform to tell my stuff. And like I said, y'all have a wave. Y'all doing that show was very inspiring. You know, it is, and I'm glad I got a clip on my show, because
I didn't realize how pushy I was. You see,
Yeah, you was.
kind of
You was like D-boy.
I
I'm so used to it.
It's like,
it
don't
doesn't
touch
bother
mine.
That's mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't touch that. So,
Oh my goodness.
but see, that's the fun part of it. You can see yourself, and you can see where you need improvement,
Yeah.
and see the things that, because see, that's what I do. I watch my clips, and I look at what I can do to better that. Or, see, I was looking at how y'all had it laid out with the, over the table, y'all had protection from the
Yeah,
paint.
yeah,
See,
and
y'all
the floor. We had protection
so
for the
I'm
floor,
looking
too.
at all
Yeah.
that, cause
Yeah.
see, I'm thinking, how can I do a show like that? Because I'm telling you, you don't see that. You see, I don't care where you look at on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you don't see shows where you might see somebody recording themselves painting or drawing, but you don't see this, where we sit and talk, break down, so like you broke down the science of pouring and making effects. You don't, because people don't do that. You may see it on YouTube. Yeah, you'll see it on YouTube, or documentary or something like that. But to sit around like a show, like a talk show, you don't see that. A podcast talking about art, I don't see podcasts talk about comic books though.
Right.
But not an actual visual painter. And so let me ask you this. Let me ask you all this. As being painters, and I know you, by watching it, I know y'all love to do it. So when you're not doing it, does it bother y'all?
Oh, yeah.
So what stopped y'all from creating?
Well, I explained. I'll let her go first.
I continuously create. I got over 100 paintings in my house.
Her walls is covered.
My walls are covered with my paintings, and I have
That's a documentary in itself.
I have my I have a granddaughter that she'll turn 5 in a month or so. I paint with her. I get them to paint. I have one that's 3 years old. I put a brush in her hand. Creativity is very important.
Yes,
Because,
yes.
like you said, when you're doing I call you a creative.
Yeah.
You're not just an artist. You're a creative. So creators have to create.
House.
And when they create, whether it's photography, painting, writing, you are part of what it is that you are creating. And the worries, drop away. It becomes part of what it is that you're creating. I know when I'm in my painting, I'm painting. I'm with that red, I'm with that yellow, I'm with that blue, I'm with them within the painting. Time is gone for me. By the time I'm finished, it could be 6-7 hours from when I first started. I'm a part of it. So it just takes me away into a beautiful place where, and especially when I'm pouring, when it's pour, because it's moving and it's fluid and it's flowing and it's going and then you moving. It's like being on a surfboard or a pair of roller skates or a bicycle. Just for me, just moving and going. You're part of, and the colors are mixing and twirling. I'm just like, wow, look what I did. Look what I did. You know, it's a great thing. So I have my grandkids. They have their paintings on my wall. When they do something, they bring it to grandma. Grandma, look what I did. I said, what you want? She said, put it right there. You know, they point out on my wall where they want their paintings to go.
Wow.
Or when they draw something with a crayon. I do collages too. I entered a collage contest, not a contest, but it was a show in Seattle, Washington. And I'd never done collage before, but I said, no, try it, to see what it was, you know? And it was, I cut out pieces and put it together and stuff, and submitted it, and it was, I'll never see it again, because once they get it, it belongs to them. I have pictures, but it was in a gallery in Seattle, Washington, and hundreds of people went to see it. But I was being creative. Guess what my granddaughter did? She came back, and she gave me a piece of paper where she had tore some eyeballs out of a magazine in a funny face and taped it on the paper and showed me what she did. Only because she saw me doing it, you know, and that's on my wall too.
Wow.
She told me where she wanted me to put it too, you know, they tell me. So I have to paint. If I'm not doing something creative somehow, I don't feel right. I feel like
That's very
I'm missing out. Oh, and I can't see something white. You know, I can't see something white. I have to put some color on it. And that's even if I pull my t-shirts out of the drawer and I look at it and I'm just like, no, I got to put something on this here. You know, put some Jackson Pollock, you know, put it on the floor and do that. The grandkids see me do that, and they're little. They're 3 and they're 4, and they see me do that, and I let them squeeze it out too, and let them, do you like that? And I encourage them. I never tell them it's ugly, I don't like it, and I always say that it's beautiful, you know? Keep it alive, and don't let them shut it down like I got shut down, you know?
And for me, it's like therapy. So I agree 100% with everything she said. So it's very hard for me. You know, I explained before that I do like 2 or 3 at one time. So my house is just filled with canvases. I don't have the space to buy new canvases to work on them at home, actually. So it's a hardship for me, actually.
Well, listen to you all. See, that's why I like to be around artists, because see, when I was in college, I went to an art college, so I was around a lot of artists. So there was an energy that pushed me. And then when I left college, I wasn't around them, because we used to come to class. You know, everybody got to critique projects like every 2 weeks. So that's why when I left college, that energy was gone. So I said I had to find it again with other artists, because when you're around artists, like what you was just talking about, see, that's how I feel. When I'm not creating, if I'm watching, like say I've been working on art all day, and I'm watching TV, my mind is creating. No matter what, if I'm talking on the phone, my mind is what I gotta do next. You see what I'm saying? Oh, how can I make myself better? And that's what I heard from you, that when you say you got art all over your walls, yeah, you a real artist. When you say you have to draw, you have people that say, oh, I just do it as a hobby. See, I know I ain't doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
hobby. See, you have people that, people that got a lot of money. Oh, I just do it as a hobby every now and then. But see, that's not my case. See, my case, like you said, I'm traveling. I'm floating. I'm in a whole nother dimension. You see what I'm saying? I'm in a whole nother world creating.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard from you.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, when I'm around artists, see what we talking about this right now? Oh, this like gasoline to fuel that when I go home, I can process this show. Cause it'll take me to another level. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm looking for as an artist. It's like, how can I go to the next level? And by being around artists, that's why I go to the art lab, because when you're around artists, and even on social media, I follow a lot of artists. So as I watch and study them, and here's another thing I started doing. I started going on YouTube and looking up old artists and just studying their documentaries, learning about them. Because it'll plant a seed somewhere in your head. So, but like I said, so let me ask you all this. I seen people that pour paint as an artist. Are there any famous, you understand, like famous artists that pour?
Same right here. The two most famous.
You know what I'm saying? For it's like they on sold paintings for millions, or that's what they're known for pouring, and they're famous. You understand? Not local famous. I'm talking about people want to buy their stuff. They're sold big galleries. Are there? But like you said, Pilot. I know him for his, because when I seen his work, I said, man, he just throwing that stuff on the wall. But like I told you, it's more. I learned to shut my mouth on that. It ain't just about him throwing it or splattering it. It got some underground roots. So other than Pilot, are there? Because I want to see. Because I want to learn from you, because that's your field of art. So I want to know, so I can go look back and study and see what makes them who they are. So are there any famous other art pours, but other than Pilot?
Well, Pollock is number one.
Right. I guess we're number 2 and number 3. Man.
No, well, I know of one. He's I found him on YouTube too when I was looking up for different people that was doing pour. But he spends his.
What you mean? So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is it a bucket where he spit it and it's on the rope? I seen a YouTube.
Yeah,
not a YouTube. I seen it on Instagram. He'll pour it in a bucket and he'll spin it, but he'll spin it and it'll go around and it'll go on the canvas like.
Because it's if you hang things, it becomes a pendulum, so it has its own thing.
It, and it does, and I think the canvas. Yeah, I seen that.
Colin Schwab, that's his name. His name is Colin Schwab. So I've been following him for a long time. He started out really small. And now he's really huge. And
I seen it.
People spend a lot of money for his stuff.
Yeah.
I
seen that. Like I said, I seen.
Yeah, he's got a room almost as big as this room.
Yeah, it's like he got a huge room.
He climbs up
and
on
the ceiling about the same as this.
And then the thing about it is, his canvas
be huge,
and he have them custom made. So it's on the floor, and that circle that he's in, those are canvases that's all around that.
Yeah.
So that even when it's doing the pendulum swing and the paint is splashing up on the sides, he's creating paintings on the side also.
And he knowing how to mix the paint to get those effects.
Yeah. So that's the only one I know.
I recommend starting small.
Oh yeah. Well, when I started, they said do it 100 times and then you got it. So I've got little ones and stuff, but I can't do little anymore.
Right.
So let me ask you all this.
Yeah.
What is the biggest size painting you ever did?
33 feet by 4 feet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 3 feet by 4 feet. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I don't know, but I know not that size. Probably
that one you have-
the size of that window.
Oh yeah, you did one.
That's more than 3. That's 3 feet. That's more than 3 feet.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't even done one that size yet.
well, maybe a little bit smaller than that. But
Yeah,
I,
but
that's
I
pretty
have
big.
them. I have them in. I have them in the house. A canvas like that costs you about $100.
What? The size of that window?
Yeah.
I thought they cost more than that because I go.
Well, at Michael's. I'll say at Michael's.
So where you buy? Where at Michael's? That's where I was at.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna pay $89 for that. You're gonna pay $89
unless you catch it on sale.
unless you catch it on sale.
Yeah. I mean,
Catch
but
myself.
it depends on. See, if you're a real artist and you love art, see, it was some phases I had to go through because see, I remember when before I really got into art like that, a guy asked me, well, "What's your talent?" I said, "Man, I know how to draw, but I don't like doing it. It's because you got to have patience when you're a creator."
Of course.
Because you got it's layers to what you're trying to. Even when you paint or drawing, there's layers.
Layers, yeah.
Just like there's layers on to love your art. So the point I'm trying to make is like once I fell in love with being an artist, I'll go pay for a canvas that size.
Yeah.
To create
Yeah.
a good piece
Yeah.
where I said I did that.
Yeah.
And now I'm currently working on a project that's huge. That's gonna be big, you know what I'm saying? Because I just learned to cherish my art now more than ever before. And I learned that from seeing other artists that take their time with their project. That when they finish with it, people be like, wow. See, you ain't gonna get that wow until you really cherish your work. You see what I'm saying? And even if I don't get the wow from nobody else,
You get it from yourself.
when I look at it, I
it's
say,
a wow.
I did
Yeah,
that.
I did that, yeah.
I put a lot of time into it, and it means something. So that's why, I ask those different questions to y'all, because me being an artist, I'm always trying to learn more things. Like the guy you was just telling me
Yeah,
about.
Thomas Schwab.
Yeah, I seen that. I said, man, because he learned how to use that thing to it's like, because when it paint hit that canvas, it's like magic. You know?
And he knows when to stop it too.
Yeah. So
He knows when
and
to
then
stop
like
it.
he turns it, or he'll just let it go. Yeah, and I seen that trick, and it's like, yeah. And see, when you seeing stuff like that, it's like, he carved a lane that didn't nobody else have.
True.
So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at now. See, I believe I tapped into it because I used my real life with my art. All my art, when you see my art, it got something to do with my life. You see what I'm saying? So it's like how you carve, like Basquiat. See, he carved his own lane. No matter, everybody copying Basquiat. I'm talking about, if you look on social media, you see other artists trying to copy his style. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that what makes a great artist, because they create a style that others ain't seen before.
Right, and as you're creating the art, you should be creating the style as you go, Me, when I thought I knew everything, guess what? She put something else in my hand, this other medium that I never worked for. She's like, take this home. She didn't show me what to do with it, nothing. I had to go home and make it work for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what was it?
What was that medium?
It's called molding paste.
Right.
Molten paste.
Molding.
Paste.
So it's thick, and you can take it, and it dries transparent. So you can take it and you can put it on the canvas and make designs out of it yourself, and then you let it dry. You let it dry, right?
Yeah, I let it dry.
Let it dry.
So you put it on the canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's just like paint.
No.
It's molding paste.
It's like paste.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
paste.
clay.
Almost, but pasty.
Almost, but it's
Pasty.
pasty.
Okay.
But when it dries, it's transparent. You can see through it. So,
Oh.
like you can, like if I had a circular canvas and these little triangles that are in here, and suppose I just wanted a triangle coming here, so I would put the paste there and just raise it up here and raise it up and raise it up and let it dry, and you wouldn't be able to. You could see through it.
Oh, okay.
You still would be able to see it, and then I could paint this, and it would be raised up.
Right.
So it's like
almost
having a three-dimensional painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I now understand. Okay, now I understand. Like if you see a canvas picture and you may see a skull or a hand coming up off of this canvas. Like I understand what you're saying because I don't.
You could
see
actually
art.
you could touch the
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, I can see. I don't
Yeah.
seen art like that where it's a canvas painting, but it kind of look 3D or like a sculpture in it because
Yeah.
it's coming up off the canvas.
Because they
Yeah.
paste
She
it. Yeah.
put a tub of that in my hand. She's
Yeah.
like, just take this, work
Yeah.
with this. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this stuff. But once I got home, I just had to find my niche with it and apply
just play with it, yeah.
Yeah, apply it. You know.
I think I put some on a canvas. When we went to the store one time and we got the metallics. Remember all those
Yes,
metallic
yes.
paints and stuff? I
love
said,
metallic.
okay, I do metallic blue, metallic silver. I love metallics. And so I put it on. I put the paste on the canvas. So I used a big one, not the giant one, but I used a big canvas. And I took I think you call them a trial. What you put cement down with, that thing, and it's got ruffled
Trowel,
edges.
yeah, trowel.
It's a trowel,
Yeah, but it
ruffled
doesn't-
edges. So then I just took that and put it on the canvas and swirled it around. So then it made spirals. And then I took a smaller one and spiraled it on the other side. And then I just let it dry. So and then once it dried, then I went in with a brush and with the different
Right.
metallics and painted over that and stuff. Yeah, that's one of my it's actually one of my favorite paintings and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, so
See?
that's up on the wall.
I had that my spiral was a little bit different. I had laid it down first and then I came on top of it and did my spirals. I had a couple of them pieces inside to show that we did
I
together.
remember that. Yeah. Yes.
Very interesting topics. I learned a lot today. So let me ask y'all this. What are y'all goals? What are some of y'all goals? For 2020, so far as your paint career, 2025. I'm asking
I'll let
because
you start first. I'll let you
the
go.
reason why I'm
there.
asking because I'm an artist, right? And I'm always, I got projects that I want to get to, but I got to get these done first.
Yeah.
So, and I have future dreams and goals that I want to see myself in those moments, living those moments with my art. So, what do you, well, I ain't gonna say that. If working on your goals, where you want to see yourself in 2025 with your painting careers?
Okay. So I paint because I have to paint. Because I love to paint. Because I love to play with colors. And it's just gotten to where the house is too full of paintings that I can't really paint anymore without getting rid of some of the paintings that I have in the house. So I don't like getting rid of my paintings. I don't know why. Because they're
'Cause you
mine.
love 'em,
And
yeah.
they're mine. I don't know. I paint for me. I really don't paint for somebody else. So, that being said, I still have a bunch of canvas in the house, especially these huge ones that I definitely have to paint. I have to paint them, and I know I need to paint them, but once I paint them, I don't really have any place to paint them. So I know at some point I'm gonna have to, I don't want to say get rid of, but I'm gonna have to make space. I'll just say like this: I'm gonna have to make space for the large paintings that I want to do. I
Yeah.
want to do some really like
Huge. Yeah, I understand.
6 feet paintings and stuff. That's what I'm ready for. So for 2025, that painting that's that size, that's behind the stairs in the basement, I'm gonna pull it out and I'm going to put something on it. I don't know what it's gonna be right now. I know that there's something that I going on. I'm taking right now, I'm doing a painting every day for 31 days of August and stuff. And I'm picking up some brush techniques. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be a brush painting or whether it's gonna be a pour, but it may even be mixed media. I do mixed media too. So it may be a mixture of paint, molding paste.
I've seen you put flowers on
Yeah,
stuff.
flowers.
Right.
Yeah, I do. I pick up leaves and I
Butterflies,
do
right.
I do resin varnish.
Right.
So
Do you ever use pastels?
I love pastels. Yeah, I do pastels too. It may be a mixture of all of that, but it's
Yeah.
going to be on something that's as big as that window that's facing us right now.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and so it's behind it's in the basement behind the stairs. And what I have to do is I have to pull it out and stand it up so that I'm actually looking at it. And then every time I go past it, something is going to show up on it. Something's going to show up on it until it's going to say, it's me. And I'm going to try for that me that I see, but it may not be what I wind up with. But it's going to be what pulls me into the painting for me to start. So that's my 2025 goal.
Okay.
That's a big one for me.
It's big. I mean, everybody has their own goals, and it's not up to other people to determine their goals and their dreams. What about you, John?
I got a lot for 2025 because I didn't really do a lot of artwork. Thank God I do like the books, so the cover, the title pages, that helps me creative-wise. But I would like to get a gallery. If it fall out the sky like Wizard of Oz, and I would like to get in the gallery so I can clear up the space in my house. That's the biggest issue. I would also like to do another showcase with Diana. And I'm always willing to work on new work before the showcase, so everything's fresh when we do present it. But I'm praying also that she finishes the 3 paintings that I left over there with our collaboration.
Those paintings. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. It's like sometimes you see stuff and it says, "Don't touch me."
I had that painting and I had that for a while, but then once I seen that orange paint, I was like, you know what?
I'm still trying to figure out. There's one that I think I saw a bear's face,
Right.
and I might bring him to life. I don't know. I might bring him to life. I don't know. It's like I see a bear, but do he really want to be?
He's been there for a couple, 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, but it might not really want to be.
Right.
A couple of paintings that we did, when we did those paintings in the studio, we could not leave them here, and it's because it's really wet. So it's wet paint, and you couldn't leave it in the studio, had to take it home. And so
they don't look nothing like what we
they're
did on
nothing
TV.
like you see on television,
Right, they don't
because
look nothing.
because
they changed
you
in transition.
in transition,
Right, of
because you have to
traveling,
take it home.
Right,
So
and moving it to the
Yeah,
car and
yeah,
all of that
right.
stuff.
So I just smashed my two together and wrapped it up in the plastic that you saw and took it home. In all intentions, I was just gonna throw it in the garbage, right? I opened it up and I looked at it and I was like, I don't like what this looked like. And so I just went and I started putting extra paint on it and smashing it together again, because there's 2. And when you open it up, you got mirror,
Right,
mirror
it's
image of each other
too.
and stuff, right? And I still didn't like it. I threw some more dots and drops and stuff and then smashed it together and opened it up, and it's like, still looked like mess. let's go one more time, and otherwise then it's gonna go in the trash can. So I did it one more time. I took one of those, I think it was black, and I just swiggled it all around and then closed it. And when I opened it up that time, there was 2 dots, and so it was like a smiley face looking back up at me. And it said to me at the time that I had to go through all of that to release the smile that was underneath all of that. So that's how I feel about that bear. I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be something else, but it has
Right,
not.
but remember, I put that bear there, so now it's you.
I know.
Right.
Okay.
I know, I've been in that moment.
It has to come. You know what I mean? It has to come.
I've been in that moment. But,
Well, we winding the show down. We got a
Well, it's
few
time to
more
go.
minutes. You have fun when you
yes.
time flies.
Yes,
You're
it
having
does.
fun. But I wanted to suggest to you all that at the art lab, you could go there and paint. If the studio is empty, you can go there and paint. And they have shelves up in the air where you can slide your piece there and it stay there where nobody never mess with it. You can, they have, it's like a shelf. It's a long shelf where you
Couple of layers, because I've seen
yeah,
it.
you can
Right.
paint there, and then like if 7 minutes you go up there, ain't nobody there. You can paint in there as long as you want, and when you finish, you can put your paint up there, slide it in there, come back the next time, take it down, paint on it, put it back. So I'm just saying, if you don't have a place to store your painting, or you don't have room, but I understand if you love your painting, you don't want to leave it there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
so
because I
nobody
thought
else
about
out
that
there.
myself.
Yeah.
But people do put their stuff up there, and as long as you current there, like you got to come every day, but weekly, or you let them know that this is my painting up here. Won't nobody mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to put mines up there because I didn't like traveling with my paintings or whatever. I just put it up there, and I come, boom, take it down, paint on it, put it back.
Yeah, especially if I'm do large canvases.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, and then like I
Can't walk
said,
around with that.
it's good to be around other artists, to learn, to grow from, see, I get an energy off of it. And that's why I wanted to create this art show where I talk about my art and bring artists on to talk about art, because I know what comes from it. It's an energy that you get to like, and even like I get the same feeling when I see artists on social media. I watch them, I study them, and if they doing big things with their art, see, I can't just sit and not paint. I gotta do something, cause that's the worst thing to be, a creator and you not creating.
Yeah.
So with this show, it was pretty good, man. I was glad y'all came to the show. Hopefully in the future we could do projects together, because y'all show motivated me to do something on the show. You know what I mean? Painting, man, or something that's motivational, because it's fun. It's fun to paint, create, and share to share what we're experiencing as we go.
Right.
Thank y'all for coming to One Eye Television. Great show.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for having me.